time we checked in on the 51, we were trying to finish up that driver's taillight. We also had the idea to basically bring the bed in and bring that in about an inch or so, which consists of basically we're gonna have to shorten the running boards and the whole nine. So hopefully the guys can get this done and turns out just like we planned. So here's another thing we got finished up recently. We got this other driver's caddy taillight finished up. Joey finished that up just a couple days ago. Turned out pretty sweet. Gotta get it all blown apart so we can final cut everything and then get it prepped and get it ready to go to the paint shop.
What's it need to do?
Yeah, like that.
Like that?
Yeah. If you look at it this side, if I hold it up, you can see like.
Well, the problem is this lip's at an angle. It's not flat.
Yeah.
Do you want? See, this is flat. Okay. That's flat. Get a hammer and dolly and make that whole lip flat.
So just so you know, what we're trying to figure out here is because factory there's a piece of rubber in that gap, and I think it looks stupid. So we're gonna try to make a filler, like, so we did like an attachment to that, I guess you would call it like running board extension, and then so that'll come to there, and then we're gonna taper a piece from there to there, so it'll be nice and flush. I think it'll look best that way. So we're just trying to figure out how to do it and where it fills the gap evenly. You know what I mean? And it doesn't actually look crooked or higher one end or another.
Don't bring it to that. Bring it to the edge of that. Measure everything. Because if you bring that to the fucking wheel tub, then we're gonna cut the fucking front of this off and bring that fucking forward too to make it look right. Right? You want to do that?
Probably.
Probably?
Probably.
All right, well, before you make that filler panel, cut the front of the running board off and extend it.
I mean, dude, we're going all the way.
It's whatever you want to do.
So this is another
We just need to know now before he starts making a piece and then have to remake it again.
Basically on top of that filler, there's a gap here between that and the fender. That's factory. But I think we basically shortened that section there to make it fit nice. Now I want to see this almost touch the front fender. So we make this filler panel here to go all the way to the fender too. So I know this is like kind of anal, but like I'm really trying to go this next level for this truck. So all the details really look badass when it's done. We could have just cut the tabs off of it and then moved it.
Yeah, he could have came in and took the spot welds off They could have trimmed a little piece off of that, took spot welds, slid the whole damn thing down, welded it back on, been done.
Well, about that.
And we know for the next time why.
Right.
We ain't gotta cut the running boards, we just move them motherfuckers.
Yeah, and the problem is that's factory brackets.
And the
so
problem
it's supposed to go
is we see something cool that we want to do, and we do it, and then we're trying to finish it. It's like, oh fuck, why would we do it that way? Now we got to cut it again and move it.
Yeah.
And we're always finding, as we're going, we're finding more stuff to do.
So I mean, like I said,
because we don't like the outcome.
Well, I mean, the thing is too, once you cut this edge, you can actually make this kind of fit and contour this too.
Yeah.
Because like this edge here, if you cut this to the edge, we can actually contour it to the running board itself.
So yeah, instead of cutting, you're gonna cut in front of the whoops. So we're not, and you're just gonna bend this whole thing out. You might have to fucking cut it off. Get it to form around this, and then we'll make it form and bolt this tub like the back ones do.
So cut it off at the end of the whoops.
Yeah.
And then just butt it out to the.
Yeah. Because you'll probably have to reshape this because it's a completely different curve.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Then we'll make a filler panel in there.
So yeah, come in and just cut the very edge where it's flat. Come.
Cut the whole edge off.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what I want you to do is come in about 1/4 inch. Cut it. Come all the way around. Cut it until you get to this flat spot right there. Once you cut that, then you're gonna bring it over here. You're gonna touch this edge and make sure it's flat there. You're gonna drill your hole, and get it bolted in. I want this straight. Once you bolt this in, now you're gonna take this piece here and you're gonna wrap it around this fucking thing and clamp it. And then you're gonna put a bolt here and a bolt there, and then we're gonna rebuild this whole lip, and then we'll add metal in right there. You got it?
Yeah.
You
Should
agree?
be badass. I agree. Badass. So the boys did great so far on this driver's side running board. As you can see, they actually got everything moved forward, got the gap nice and tight. We actually did like a little extension filler for, I don't know what you call this, a bed extension, a running board extension. And then, so we got this shortened up, did an extension so it stops underneath there. Then we also did basic cab filler, I guess you say. Normally this is just a piece of rubber. So what we're gonna do is have this piece of metal, it will be all welded metal finish, so that'll just sit right there. And then in the front section, let's go over here. We ended up
cutting the running board and kind of moving it this direction and then having it contour around right to this front fender and give it a new shape to fit all this, in my opinion. So I guess let us know what you think.